Hey everybody, here's a really good few mobility drills for your feet that is great to do before any sort of activity such as running or a lower body workout, and it can also feel really nice to do after as well. So you'll just want to find a comfortable seat somewhere that you can grab a hold of your ankle. So you can even do this sitting on the floor, you can have your leg out in front of you, you can be in a chair, whatever works best for you. But you're going to start by interlacing one of your fingers through each of the toe spaces. So just kind of hold on to your foot with your hand and see if you can get the fingers all the way down and in. From there, stabilize the ankle with your opposite hand and just start to make really big circles. Go nice and slow and see if you can really hit the end range of your motion. I'm also adding a little bit of downward pressure with my hand into the spaces between my toes as we're trying to spread out and create some space between those long bones, which are called the metatarsals of your feet. Okay, switch directions and go the other way. My hand that is holding my ankle is really keeping that stabilized so that the majority of the movement that we're having is below the space of my hand on my ankle. Then release your hand from your ankle, grab onto the forefoot right in the middle of your arch. Keep that stable and start to move your toes. Again, as big of a circle as you can without letting the foot necessarily move. Switch directions, circle the other way. Snapping, cracking, popping is very normal and quite all right as long as it's not accompanied with pain. Okay, now what I want you to think about is imagine that your foot is a towel and you're going to wring it out. So start to twist your toes in one direction as you pull your midfoot in the other, and then switch. Pull one towards you as you push the other away. Just go back and forth like this. Hopefully this feels really, really good. We're trying to get, again, the bones of the foot to move. You have 33 different joints in the foot, loads, like over 100 ligaments, about 20 or so muscles, 26 bones. So there's a lot going on in the foot, and it is very, very important to have as much movement through the foot as we can so that the rest of the kinetic chain can work properly as well. Release your fingers out of the toes and then grab onto your heel. And what you're going to do with the heel is the same thing of this ringing action. So you're going to try to move your heel up and try to move your heel down. There's not going to be a lot of movement through here, but there should be some. If it's distracting to try to ring and you're not sure you're getting movement, hold your forefoot steady and just move your heel up and down. You should feel the movement right below your inner ankle bone. All right, and then we're going to move to the big toe. So grab onto your big toe and start to make as big of circles with your big toe as you can. Really trying to isolate the movement down at the base. Big circle one direction and then switch, go the other way. All right, and then we're going to take our toe and we're going to bring it into passive extension. So this is where you're trying to pull the toe back towards the top of your foot as far as it can go. And then you'll release that and pull it into passive flexion. So curl it down towards the sole of your foot. And we'll do that several times back and forth. So pull it back and curl it in. Pull it back, curl it in. Last one, we're going to do some mobilization of the metatarsals in this way. So grab a hold of the base of your big toe, your second toe, and just start to wiggle them back and forth. You're doing this sort of motion, trying to get movement in between, and then switch second and third toe, go back and forth, and third and fourth toe, back and forth. Not as much movement here usually, and then fourth and fifth toe. Should have some pretty good movement. Okay, then just curl the toes, flex, roll out your ankle, give your ankle a little bit of a shake. And let's do the same thing to the second leg. So grab a hold of your foot. You're gonna take one hand, slip it through each of the toes. And again, try to get it down, fingers as much into the toe creases as you can, and then stabilize the ankle. First thing is those big ankle range of motion circles. So what you really want to try to do is to go as big of a circle as you can. And you can add a little bit of twisting through the metatarsals if you want to, if that feels good for you. Okay, switch directions, go the other way. Big, slow, steady. Maybe just notice if there's any difference between sides. Oftentimes there is. One might seem more mobile, one might seem a bit more stiff. Okay, then release your ankle and grab onto your forefoot, and same thing, begin to wiggle your toes in a circle. And switch directions, go the other way. And then from here, what you're gonna do is you're going to wring out your foot like a towel. So begin to spin one part towards you, push the other away, and then do the opposite. And try to get as much movement through, especially the ends of the metatarsal, towards the toes as you possibly can. Hopefully this feels really good. And then from here, go ahead and release your toes, grab onto your ankle, your heel, holding onto the foot, and you can again twist, or if the twisting, you're not quite sure if the heel is moving, then keep the foot steady and just see if your heel can go up and down. Again, not very big of a movement, but there should be some. And then after this, grab a hold of your big toe. Try to make those circles all the way down at the base. And switch directions, circle the other way. And last for the big toe, pull it back towards the top. Hold for just a couple seconds. And then curl it in towards the sole of your foot and hold there a couple seconds. See how much range of motion your big toe can get. Ideally, for proper gait mechanics, we want to have a passive big toe extension, which is when you're pulling it back towards the top of the foot to about 80 or 90 degrees. That's going to allow everything, again, up the chain to work as well as it can. All right, the last little bit is going to be that mobilization through the metatarsals. So grab your big toe, grab your second toe, just below the actual toe. So feel those bumps, that's the head of your metatarsals, and start to go back and forth. See as much range of motion as you can possibly get. And then go second and third toe. Here's where there's probably the least amount of movement. And then move to your third and your fourth toe. And then very last little bit, you're going to do fourth and fifth toe. All right, and then just wiggle your toes, shake it out, circle it out, and give your ankle a little bit of a shake. And there you go, everybody. There's a quick little 10-minute foot mobilization drill for you. Hope you enjoy.